There's a pretty good back one for the dudes. So, Facebook's black market sperm industry exposed. Wannabe moms too poor to afford $30,000 IVF have been lured into having unprotected sex or forced to meet men. They weren't forced.
Yeah, they were
forced to meet men online.
It was a transaction.
Forced to meet men online in parking lots to swap semen samples. So, but the thing is, so basically, all these girls, they want to have a kid and it's 30 grand, right?
Yeah.
And then what happened was, a lot of dudes basically started infiltrating these groups where there's 100 women that are trying to get discounts.
They're literally undercutting.
They
go like, hey, you can go to this clinic or I could just give it to you.
Well, that's how it's obviously there's that, but more importantly, all the dudes are basically telling the girls like they don't want to do it in a jar. I've got to actually bang you.
Yeah.
So a lot of guys have hacked the system. It's obviously a bunch of guys figured out. Can you imagine if you were 20 and you and your boys were yo, I guess you got to give them the sperm and then you have to have a kid with them. So
well, you're not having a kid with them because one of the guys in the article was has had, I think it was 90 kids or something.
So yeah, you have to
you get some sort of you sign away some sort of rights where you're you're not coming back at me.
But these guys figured out a way to bang all these chicks, and the girl comes over to the house.
Yeah.
They bang the chick, and then you basically get your pick of the litter because you look at all the girls and you're like, I could donate some sperm.
Yeah, I think they're all gross.
Why?
Because I think they're all lesbian couples. I don't think you're getting because no dude is wanting
some of these girls,
to get banged.
some of these hoes out there just want to have a single kid nowadays. They don't even fucking need a man. They just want to find some guy on the internet to just.
They don't need no man except for some guy to come in a parking lot and just.
When desperate to have children, it's also funny just telling two lesbian chicks yeah, I definitely can do that. So which one are you hopping on it? And be well, you're not going to put it in the jars. I'm allergic to jars.
Yeah, you both want to maybe take it. Just do 2 sessions, just in case. Just one of them doesn't work.
So some of these guys have cracked the code. You are right that there's a bit of a scab component, which is hilarious. But dude, that's a friggin' a business idea that you start an undercutter's sperm donation.
But these guys seems like they're doing it for, I guess not for totally free. But one guy is mailing them and he's just mailing jizz all over the country.
The guys that they're mailing around, they're running a legitimate operation. But I'm more concerned about the guys that are forcing the girls to just come over to their house and they force them to smash. Not force, sorry.
Not forcing, yeah.
No, there you go. An increasing number of parents are turning to the group, but these often come with demands. Many men are only agreeing to natural insemination or partial insemination, where the man masturbates first and then just penetrates on the last little bit. So he goes sort of a reverse pullout.
All right. That seems medical. That seems like a medical procedure.
I think you go, listen, I'm just a natural guy. That's how I'm doing stuff. If you're in my house, you can do it the way I want to, or you can, if 30 grand, you want to pay 30 grand.
Or, yeah. If you just have a 30 grand burning a hole in your pocket.
You have 30 grand kicking around. I don't know why you're at my house. Why are we even having this conversation?
Yeah. I guess you would get STDs and stuff. I don't see why you wouldn't test these people, though.
Well, basically, you go in and he goes, yeah, the guy explains the package. Listen, so I'm about $200. You come to my house. If you want to do it after 2 a.m. on a Friday night, it's a half price special.
Who are you weirded out more by? The guy that's willing to, he's don't even want to meet. Just give me your address. I'll send it to you on ice. Send you the jizz with a syringe and gloves and everything.
Little bow on her.
Or the guy who's wanting to meet up. But the guy with the syringe has done it hundreds of times. And then the guy who wants to meet up is I'm just testing the waters here.
I think the guy that needs to do it naturally is, I guess, creepier, but also that guy's such a funny dude, especially if you picture him fucking a creepy Indian dude or something. You know what I mean?
I don't know.
Or just a really fat incel type dude.
They posted the resume of one of them, because guys post their resumes.
I guess because the girls want sperm of a smarter guy kind of thing.
Yeah, but the one guy who the resume that posted,
you fake. That's a funny resume to fake.
Yeah, of course.
You chat GPT a fake resume for your sperm donation.
The one guy was 280
It says
pounds.
You were a rocket scientist and the president.
You probably have a good chance that your kid will be one of those two things. So.
Yeah, I'm a prof. It's basically the buddy that at the bar just with all the lies. He's it's I almost went to the show. Almost went to the show, and then I just had a knee injury. But then I went on to run a big business, lost some. Ended up just giving the money away, lost the business, and now I'm a rocket scientist.
Yeah, no, yeah, that's. I mean, there is something about having, I don't know how I feel about having, like, if you knew you had 200 biological children out there.
I think you just have to let it go. I think people are able to let things go. It's weird.
I don't know. I just think it would be kind of cool, I guess. It's almost like a crazy experiment.
You think it'd be cool? A bunch of weird little Dannies running around.
Well, wouldn't I'd be more interested from the experiment thing of like how many like
fun experiment for you to
how many of them turn out exactly like you, you know, even though you're not raised by them and you're not in their life, they have your genetics.
Well, there is a lot of
what percentage of them? It's probably going to be higher than zero.
A lot of musicians have run that experiment.
Good point. A lot of basketball players.
Yeah, I think that guy from the band, a lot of basketball players are currently running that experiment.
Anthony.
So you can check on their data of what it's like.
For sure.
Nick Cannon's trying to run that experiment currently.
Sean Camp.